Okay, I thought it'd be funny to walk around the house here and show you the level of Thai workmanship. This house is supposed to be worth, they're trying to sell it for 6 million baht. That's somewhere around $180,000 US. It probably won't sell for quite that much, but it may, because Krabi is really on the upswing as far as housing prices. So take a look around at what I show you and like really consider if you want to buy a house in Thailand, you know, because, you know, $180,000 house in America, none of this stuff would fly. So sit back and take a look. When you look just in general, you know, things look okay. Like if you look at the windows, you're like, oh wow, some hardwood. Seems like that's pretty good. Seems like the door is nice, it has a nice design. But like when you look at the details of it, you know, it's got gouges in here that weren't sanded out. The level of the stain is not even at all. I don't know if you could see it on the video so much, but it's horribly wrong. It's got huge deep scratches up here. You know, this would be a door that would go for like $20 in America, because it would be a defect. I mean, the whole thing would be a reject. Nobody would ever want that in their house. But all of the doors are like that. Here's another door on the inside. Now here's the locking system we have. This is the balcony out here, and then the locking system we have is doorknob like this, and this up here. That's all we have. Not very good. And even so, the screws go in about a 1/4 inch, and they're you know, you can rip that out with your hand for sure. This one I'm going to try to show you without destroying my wall plug, my wall outlet, but you can see there's a crack that goes the whole way up here. So this is typical because it's so damn hard. I'm pulling 20 pounds, I'm pulling 25 pounds of pressure to pull my MacBook Air plug, my MacBook Pro plug out of there, because these are just too damn tight. They never fit anything. Nothing I plug in here fits. It's always too hard or like too easy, it'll just flop right out. So it's one way or the other. These are put in here with plastic around. There's, I don't know if you can see, but there's saran wrap, like plastic. That's to seal it so that the bugs don't get in there, because the ants and the termites will chew through that, and they'll chew through so much and they'll leave droppings and concrete pieces that slip in between the metal pieces, and then you have no plug that works. You have to get these cleaned all the time. Same with your light switches. We're due to have about 4 of them cleaned now because they don't work at all. They don't toggle. This one, no, this one doesn't work. This one doesn't even toggle anymore, look. Okay, here's on our ceiling. We have recessed lighting, which is just real cheap metal pieces stuck up into the ceiling. But this one, because the way these lights are, these are like 3-prong lights. I don't know if you can see that at all. I don't think you can see it, but there are three prongs to the light, and when you twist, the whole thing just breaks. I mean, so that broke up there. I still have the part that sits up in there that screws in is still stuck in there, and the glass broke out of it. So I put it like that just so no more glass falls on us. This thing to hold the air conditioner is not set vertically at all. I mean, I hope you can see that. The switch is set vertically. The thing that holds the air conditioner thing is not set vertically. It's off by about 3-4 degrees. It's a white wall, it's concrete, and they smooth over it. You know, they make it real smooth, but it's not that smooth. If you can see, I don't know if you can see it or not. Man, we got like huge bumps, and we've got this level from here to here is not even at all. I don't know if you can see it. There's just many surface details that are just screwed up everywhere that you look. Now, if you look at this door from far away, it looks great, right? Like, wow, that looks pretty cool. Except that, you know, the stain didn't take well. You know, they screwed up the stain. It's not even. So when you look close at any Thai house, it's screwed up. I mean, it's just really screwed up. Look at the paint job on this. And that's not even bad. Wait till we get in here. Look at this. The concrete around the door frame is just half-assed. what you'll find is that everything is half-assed. I mean, it's, now I got the fan on, so you won't be able to hear it very well. If we look up here, you can see paint on the window that was never paint or concrete, I can't tell what it is. These were put in half-assed. If you can see, they're supposed to hold the screen in there. They're covered with stain and also concrete. The paint on this is just, it's absolutely ridiculous how bad it is. It's horrible. You got huge things of concrete up there that didn't take off, didn't smooth off. Down here under the sink, check out that paint job. They got paint all over the side of it. They're not really concerned. They just do whatever. They do it as fast as they possibly can, the job, and then get the hell out and then try to sell it. And it's not hard to sell it because apparently Thais, you know, this is actually an upgrade from what Thais usually get when they started out. I mean, when people don't have any money, you know, they'll take whatever they can get. So this is actually probably normal for them. But the whole wall is just filled with like, this whole area right here looks like a child did it. And then here, I don't know, did they mean to repaint over that once they screwed it up? I'm not sure. So it's just, you know, come on. This door is bad. Look at this. What is that? This is wrong. The stain is not even again. It's just everything, every single thing is wrong. They got stain on the stainless steel here. Come on, man. This is the bedroom. You can see right here we have a light hanging out of the ceiling. Why is it hanging out of the ceiling? Because somebody didn't put the metal in the right way, strong enough to hold it in there. So it started to come out and then eventually it just fell right out. We have cracks in the walls. I think maybe that's normal. Who knows? It's normal in Thailand. Because I don't know why exactly, but we should probably watch that crack. Somebody tried to paint over it, so maybe it's not growing. We didn't try to paint over it. Look, yeah. I'm just finding stuff as I go. I didn't even see this before. We have a gap of about 1/4 inch up at the top where the screen just doesn't cover. And then here's one. Again, it's a gap of 1/8 of an inch, so you get bugs in the house anyway, regardless whether you have screens. Don't even get the screens because they don't know how to put in the, oh, this one actually worked. Yeah, let me show you some that I know don't. Over here. This one, you can see, I just adjusted it. So this is supposed to hold the screen there. When you crank it like that to get away, you know, so it doesn't hold the screen anymore, it's still overlapping. And when you pull on the, wait, let me undo this one. And this one's the same, look. Okay, this one can just make it, can just clear, yeah? This one does not clear. So when I try to open this screen every time, I gotta fucking break the, look, I gotta break the frame of this. And then when I wanna get it back in, I gotta push it past that to get it in. It's just junk, man. This whole, if you're gonna buy a house in this country, I think you'd have to be crazy. Cause this is like, this is like, I don't know, a child put that in as well. It's like falling apart on the sides, bad cement work. Here's some more, horrible. Look at this. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there's like whiter. It's like they tried to paint over it again or something. I don't understand. When you look at the, so look at the floor work. The floor is great. You know, if you ever look at tile work done in Thailand, like this floor had to be so flat. They had to get it absolutely level. And the floor work, the tile work is almost always good. I can never complain about that. They don't have any gap between the tiles at all. Maybe just a little bit. And sometimes there's something between there like grout, and sometimes there isn't, like there. But still, I mean, you can't complain. The floor is absolutely amazing. It's perfectly, there's no rough edges or anything like that. So they can really do floors great. But like trim work of any sort is just bad. I mean, everywhere you look, there's paint on the door frame. The tile there where it meets the wall is just dorked. This is just like, you know, you wouldn't, in a $30,000 house in America, you'd find this, you know? Not a $200,000 house. What else can I show you? I think this all is fairly, the wall is dorked, of course, this concrete there. I don't think there was anything too much in here I could complain about. I do have a urinal on the side for me, which is nice. But just in general, there's paint here, there's paint there, there's paint up there that goes onto the dark tile, the brown tile. You know, somebody didn't really think the placement of this, because it goes right up with that. I mean, stuff just, it's actually horrifying. Let me go downstairs and see if there's anything. Okay, this light here doesn't work on there, and I definitely want to show you this. So I'm wearing a headlamp on my head to put some light in my stairwell, but you might wonder why I have a string wrapped around there and there. It's because one time I came down the stairs, grabbed here like this, just with my hand resting, maybe I'm gonna say 5 pounds, even if it was 10 pounds of pressure, you know, to pull on this. As I went down the stairs, this entire thing fell apart. This broke from here to here. Down there, it rocked, you know, like the whole thing tilted like this. Look, you can see the gap between there. The whole and then this whole stairway leaned to the right, like the entire freaking thing was gonna fall to pieces. And that was with like 5-10 pounds of pressure. Here's some more finishing. Here's some more. And the thing is, I've been here for 12 years, right? Look at this, stain dripping down the, stain not even hitting the thing there. Is that white paint? That's white paint on there. I mean, it's just, this is a $200,000 house. I mean, it's, come on, man. Here's the front door. We just had these stainless steel doors put in, but when you look at like how this this deadbolt goes into the floor, right? Which is okay. It goes into concrete, I guess, which is pretty strong. But they had to put it. They were so far off when they built the thing. They had to put a 3/4 inch shimmy in there between the door and that's how they set it up. That's how our deadbolt is. Come on, man. Door is nice. Actually, yeah, well, it's bad there. It doesn't really match. It's dark in these two, right? And then look at these two. They're light. I mean, it's just there's no attention to detail whatsoever. I'm still wearing my headlight, so I don't have any light in this place yet. Let me shut this light off. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. I could go around the house, and I did this because I wanted more light to come on this side, so I arranged the lights to be like that, all on one side instead. Look, there's paint around the around the light there on the right. Can you see it? Come on, man. So yeah, the floor is always good. Smushy's always happy. You're happy, right, hon? Everything good? No problem? Found yourself a little place on the quilt? Nice. But yeah, the floor is always great. Everything else is screwed up. We have leaks. Every house you'll ever buy in Thailand has a leak of some sort. If you don't, please email me so I can see it for real for myself. I want to see it in person. Here we got, we did have one. Oh, that light was fixed. Somebody fixed it. We had a guy here built bars on the back wall. But this one doesn't work. It, stick a light up there, it just doesn't work. This thing died. Not that this has anything to do with the house, but looked like it was in great shape. The light failed after about 3 weeks, then the fan failed, then everything failed. Doesn't work at all, doesn't suck air up, doesn't have any light whatsoever, doesn't do anything for us. Over here we have a leak in the ceiling that was there. It was actually dripping water straight from there Then it started over here, and it actually dried up quite a bit. So hopefully we're gonna be all right there. Everybody has a leak. I mean, and then look at this. This is just the epitome of, that's concrete on the door out there. I don't think I can open that. No, because this is screwed up. Come on. Pay no attention to that Heineken bottle. Yes, I can't even open this screen. Anyway, there's concrete on the window out there. It dripped all over. And if you look at the wonderful detailing here, you can see just how much attention was paid to this whole thing. It's paint everywhere. Oh man. Yeah, so, and then this doesn't work out here. This one is dorked. Look, can't push it at all. It doesn't rock the whole way. It rocks about 20% of what it used to. Our refrigerator plug is coming out. So this, we've seen so many ants go in and out of there. I can't believe there's no ants on the walls. I wanted to show that today. Coming down from the top is always ants. There's just trails of ants coming up and down. Doesn't matter what we do here. Finally, I took out the garbage this morning and cleared up like 1,000 ants. And so hopefully they're not coming back anytime soon. So this is, sorry. This is what it's like. I mean, do you want to spend $200,000 of your hard-earned cash on a place like this? I could go outside, but I'm going to attract attention from the neighbors. I think they already know I talk bad about the whole place. But, and this is a very well-built house compared to another house, you know, of say 100,000 baht, or, you know, we've stayed in one that was probably 100,000. I think they were trying to sell it for 3 million something, 3.5. And that one was an absolute nightmare. I mean, this is actually good compared to that. I mean, the finishing on this house is like amazing compared to that. That's how bad it is. So I would really suggest, you know, from the outside, places look great. I guess I'm not gonna show a video of anybody's house, but they look great. They look like, in America, that duplex across the way could be $300,000-$400,000. Has green tile roof. Let me see if I can show you that. Yeah, I'll try to show like that. Has like green tile roof. Looks like like wooden frame windows. Looks good, right? When you look at the details, it's absolute junk. That's why they say if you're gonna build a house in Thailand, the number one, you shouldn't. But number two, you have to be there every day and watch what the people are doing. You have to supervise, you have to micromanage every single thing the builders are doing to get anything done right. I'm not saying they don't know how to do it right. I'm just saying they don't do it right. So they'll cut corners every opportunity they possibly get. And that's the way it is here. I would never buy a house here. I would never find a house that's already built and buy that house, you know, even looking at it as much as I could and thinking about how much I would have to fix and everything. And then, because you don't know what the hell was done underneath, like this foundation, I don't even know, is it any good at all? Maybe the whole foundation's gonna crack. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I just don't trust anything here. I was a home inspector back in the States for a while, and I've seen like very nice houses in a very nice house there's like $300,000, 400,000. This was 12 years ago, but yeah, I've seen how nice houses are built, and I've seen the level of attention to detail. I've lived in $200,000 place. I've lived in a $120,000 place. I've lived in a $150,000 place, and then many friends have had homes that are in that range, right? Man, there's a world of difference between that and here. I have never seen a decent place here. It must be expensive. I don't even know if it exists. If there's a place where builders actually pay attention to any of the details, I honestly don't know. I haven't seen it. I haven't been in million dollar houses though here in Thailand, so I'm not sure. At some of the hotels, some of the hotels, the higher end hotels, seem to be built a little better than, places for people to live, like homes and things. So maybe the builders, they know what they could do, what they should do, but they're trying to maximize. They're trying to maximize their dollar, man. They're trying to take home as much as possible without spending the time, the effort, or the quality of materials, on the house. So, here's one thing I could show you before we stop. So this window is pretty solid. It's got to be 1/4 inch glass, I think. This window, they skimped on. This window has got to be like 1/8 inch glass, maybe even less. So if they can skimp, man, they're gonna skimp. Oh, whenever these bars were put into, so these are stainless steel bars. To do the entire house costs like 50,000 baht, 60,000 or so. And so they're supposed to screw in 3 screws on each of these places, right? On each of the connections into the hardwood frame of the window, they're supposed to screw three screws in each one. So as they were doing it, I went into the other room, and before they had soldered this onto the metal, right? So you can't pull this off, so nobody can pull it off and unscrew the bars, right? So I had let them go for a couple hours, and what they did was they put the frames in, in the other windows in the bedrooms and stuff where I couldn't see so well. So I walked back in there and started, pulling open the drapes and looking. I watched a guy trying to seal one of these up. It had only had 1 screw in it. So what the hell is the point of putting bars in your window frame if it's got 1 screw out of 3? You think you can't push through that? So are these, I didn't watch every single one that they did because it's not my house, we rent here. So did they do it well? I don't believe so. I don't know that anybody does. I think people just do the bare minimum, whatever they can get away with here. Strongly reconsider whether you'll buy a house here. There's just so many issues that aren't done the right way. And these are just surface issues. These are issues that you see in the house, right? These are issues that are extremely easy to see. You could just walk around and see like paint falling all over the place. See that up in there? That's stain that hit the white wall that nobody cared to wipe off. These are things that you see, and you would think they would take care of because they're super simple to take care of, to wipe up a mess, right? To take a stain off the wall. They don't do that. So do you think they really took any care at all for the details that matter, like the plumbing, like the electricity? You can tell they don't care about anything as far as water tightness. So anyway, that's it. Horrible. I know it's just a horrible statement on the way life is here. If you're gonna buy a house, build it yourself. Like actually stay on site and look at every single thing everybody is doing, and bitch people out when they don't do it the right way. You're gonna pay probably a lot more because they're like, we're gonna have to spend 3 times the amount of time that we would have spent building somebody else a house. So, it's just it's really a nightmare. I could never go through with it. But if you have the patience, if you have the time, if you have the expertise, to do it, to monitor every single thing, to quality check every single thing, I guess up to you, right?